It's really weird that you guys chose this spot to meet. Over here, there was a place called Layup. There were turntables in there so you could listen to the 12 inches that were dropping. I remember that's the first, I heard Who Got the Props, that record, like that week it dropped. And world famous DJ Cosmo Baker, he was working in there at the time. He would tell me the good tapes that come down from New York, you know? Double R, G-Bo the Pro, Tony Touch. Then Layup moved from there to over near Passyunk Ave and South. And then on 3rd Street was also Funkadelphia. And there was a time where it's like, South Street was, you know, like MCs and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And now it's more of like, much more of a tourist attraction. The building that I'm speaking of isn't even here right now anymore, you know? So I haven't had a reason. This is like jerk off, jerk fucking blowjob hipster bars and shit. It's like been gentrified basically. It's not what I was when I came up, you know? And this area, it's behind me, you can't see it. I'm watching people like doing a fucking waltz over here. It's real fucking bizarre, man. Tough Crew were stars to me. Steady B, Cool C, Hilltop Hustlers, 3 Times Dope. Those guys were stars. I didn't learn until I grew up that they weren't stars. You know what I mean? They were in Philly, but you know, internationally. Like my brother he used to detail cars, you know, when he was younger. He like used to clean Cool C's. He had like a Blazer, like a Chevy Blazer. And I was like blown away by that. And Jan used to sell sneakers. He worked at the sneaker store. Like everyone who came through Philly would go through that spot because it was next to the Tower Theater where everyone would play. So it's like Black Sheep would come through and buy sneakers. I guess there was like that little gap in time between like Cool C and Steady B and Schoolie and all of them. And then the unfortunate shit that happened with the bank robbery. I think like whether it was labels or whether it was pressure from the media on the labels, but you see that little gap in time where like no one was fucking with Philly, like at all, you know what I mean? Even though it wasn't any less vibrant as far as MCs and DJs and shit, people were like, oh my God, man, place is crazy, they shooting the cops there. Like we don't even want to send our A&Rs there. I did everything backwards, it seems. Leading up to even today, I'm sure the whole story is how, yeah, we were doing shows for like 10 years and then we finally got into the studio. It's like, I was literally recording shit at like 12 and not thinking about like, I did it the exact opposite. Before Stoop, I had really good friends that had like a progressive hardcore band, like, you know, post-punk progressive hardcore. And my buddy played drums, and my buddy played guitar, my other buddy played bass, and I rhymed. It was basically like doing what the Roots did simultaneously, like the same years. Within a year or something of that, I was with Stoop, and we had shitty equipment, but we had like a broken mic that you would rock at a party, and 2 turntables, and the sampling time we had was from the mixer. You know, I was saying how I did it backwards. I think maybe somewhere in the back of my head was me saying I'm not gonna do it unless I'm really good at it. I'm not gonna rock mediocre shows, you know what I mean? You said you've been to hundreds, so have I. Think in your head, it's like, usually people are kind of shitty, man. I remember before performing, walking onto that stage, and just the mic was there and looking out into an empty Trocadero, a place that I had seen Slayer, Danzig, MOP, OC, Gangstar, and it's like, yo, I did it. Like, it's like, there's these things that happen in your life if you're a real artist where you're like, that's when I made it. Not, you know what I mean? I've never been on a major label. I never had a #1 hit. But some of those people that have never had that feeling of what I had. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to do that, man, was like, that full circle shit, it's like, that's deep. I will always be like that when it comes to making music and performing. If it's not elevating shit and give people all that this culture's given for me, it's time to give it up.